What's going on out there, good people? It is your boy Look Around with LMD Trading, and we are back at it again today with another daily trade review. And today we are calling this one just glad to be green kind of day. But after thinking about it, I really can't say that because it feels like I took some good trades today that just didn't quite work how I either thought they were going to work or I got out too soon. And there was one trade in particular that I can say that I got out of it too soon. But let's go ahead. Let's get TRADERVUE pulled up. What did I do? I changed one of my scene transitions because I did not like the way that scene just changed. But reviewing trades for Thursday, October 6th. We took 7 trades today. Closed P&L 1786. And when I tell you I'm not mad at all at that P&L, I am not mad at all at that P&L. We'll look at a couple of these trades and then we're going to go straight into the video today. Not going to kind of prolong going through. First one I want to look at, MARA. This was a trade that I took. I put a bracket in well before anything had established. And this one triggered me in on the bracket. And I ended up getting out for a small little gain. $5. We see that it hit a max unrealized of 15 and left a little bit of money on the table. Looking at it, it didn't quite do what I thought it was going to do. Just kind of rolled over. And then it was one other one that I wanted to look at. This one right here. This one here was a short to the bottom side, getting in as it's breaking this area. If you look at all of the charts, the 5, the 10, and the 2. Decent entry, giving us a little area on the stop. I was hoping that this thing would have broke all the way back down to here. Broke down, good exit, and then it just kind of consolidated the rest of the day. Was up just about 1R, went against us just a little bit. Those are the only two that we really going to look at. So let's go ahead. Let's get the video pulled up. Actually, I have 2 different videos because I had did a almost like a little pre-market recap. So we're going to pull up the video. And my camera was janky today. I was on my laptop trying this virtual green screen. But Beat. You saw Beat was the first trade that we took. That was a pre-market trade. So I was getting in off of this setup right here. Let me go ahead, click that. Let's turn on the highlighter. So getting in off of this 2-minute, basically the 3-bar play had already kind of triggered, even though this candle had broke below it. You'll always hear me say if this candle goes below that, it makes this trade somewhat invalid. But I end up getting in the trade and you'll see, let me kind of scroll it up a little bit. You'll see me switch over to my actual screen to get in the order. So now that this candle is closed, it's almost like some would call it a 4-bar play, but that was the pattern that I was using to get in it. Only chart here this has pre-market on is this one here. So you see I got these areas set, getting my active trader set up with the ladder, and looked to be a good solid entry. So I'm gonna go ahead and scroll it up. We're just getting everything in order. So So we triggered in now. Kind of pulls back initially. We'll go ahead, scroll this up. And now I'm going to change videos because you see we still have a good 13 minutes till the market opens. So I'm going to go ahead, pull up the video here. What do we have? What time is it? So we still have a good 3 minutes. So I'm going to scroll that on through. So we're looking at beat. Let me go back. Just kind of looking at some charts as the market was setting up. Market's open now. So we are already in beat. And then we take our first trade at 9:37 with the market open. So here, AstraZeneca was on the short list this morning. It had gapped down, but it looked like it might have wanted to form a 3-bar play, but it left this top and tail. So I was like, nope, not going to take that trade. So back looking at beat, let's see, where was beat? So beat was up just a couple of dollars at this point. And this was a half position. I only took $25 risk on that trade because it was pre-market. I didn't want to take a full position. So this was the one that I spoke of, MARA. Got in this one looking at this here for a 3-bar play on the 5. So what I do is I kind of figure where I think this is going to come down to. And then I just put my order in to trigger at like 13.50. I want to say it was. So let's see. So we give it a 20-cent stop. And that's the other thing I want to see if I would share size right on everything. That should be 250 shares. Let's see how many shares we go with. So we're full size. So we're full size. That's good. And I put it 2 cents over the high. So you can somewhat see how the bracket is kind of set. Probably should have came off of that one with the bracket. And then we have about 3 minutes before this candle closes. So just kind of putting a bracket order in there. I'm going to go ahead and scroll it through. Man, look at that. Let's go back though. Look at where it left the tail at. It left the tail just where I kind of figured it would leave it at. So I come over to PRVB, and this one we do get in, and I kind of chased this one a little bit. Right when I clicked over to it, kind of missed it. Missed that initial move. It's still going. This is a decent little breakout above this area here. Look at that. It's already up 1R. So when we getting in, definitely getting in late. Let's scroll that one on up. And it's still moving. But that was one, because I got in late, I wanted to get my stop to break even. I'm like, okay, let's just get the stop to break even. If it can keep going, we're good. If not, and let's see, it was 35-cent stop. It's 145 shares. We only bought 75. So that was another half position. And we were up. So we just about would have been up. We was up 20 bucks. So on a full position, we almost would have been up 1R. And look at all of this price action volume. So it's fighting to get through that heavy price action volume right there. And boom, rejects it, pushes it back down. Kind of scroll it on up. We end up stopping out. And we have triggered in on MARA. And for some reason, I just didn't like the way that the bracket has set. So I moved to stop to break even. It comes back down, tags us. And then as you saw on TRADERVUE, it actually did kind of move up a little bit. Look, right there, it was headed up. Let's go back. That's beat. I should have got the stop to break even on beat up in here when this thing kind of failed. I didn't take advantage of it being able to get out. Looking back at MARA, look at that thing just running. And now I'm going through the previous high of day scanner. I need to do a better job of looking at these maybe the first 5 minutes of the market. Market opens, I need to be going through these. This was a good look at a 3-bar play that would have triggered you in, and this thing just rolled over horribly. Again, this is one of those ones that and actually I can't say that because on a 3-bar play, I'll take that without it retesting previous high of day. On a 3-bar play, I will do that. But yeah, market rolled and everything just kind of rolled. So I got spared on that one, that I didn't catch it when it initially happened. I was hoping that it kind of bounced and started pushing its way back up, so I could have got a little confirmation, but ended up taking that order out the system, and look at that thing just drop. So got saved there. This was TTWO. Took a trade on this one. Fairly big spread. Fairly big spread and low volume. Look at the number of people that's on the bid and the ask on that. So this was one that I probably should not have traded, just because of that, because of the spread and because of it's not much volume. Look at these numbers over here on the time and sales. 100 shares, 20 shares. You see what I bought? 10 shares. And this is $2. So this is another half position. I bought 10 shares. I'm only risking $20 in this trade. Just risking $20. So I come back over and I'm looking at Beat. Beat is giving me another opportunity to kind of get out, break even. Didn't take advantage of it because when that initial 3-bar play during the pre-market didn't go, this is not going. This is not going. Once the market open and volume don't come in this thing, it's not going. So I should have been getting out for break even. I did move the stop up a little bit. You see it comes down and tags me. So only lost 14 as opposed to the 25. But I could have saved myself a little money on that. Here, putting an order in for PRVB again. Remember, we kind of just got out flat on that first trade. Playing this one off of a 10-minute 3-bar play. Look at that. And this one is pretty. Nice wide range. Second candle resting half of the first candle with a bottom and tail. It does have a little indecision in there, but that one just didn't go either. So it was getting good patterns that had I caught this one initially, I'd be in this trade right now. I just missed it. So it kind of gave me a little saving grace to see if it's going to push back up, and it never did. So it saved me some money right there. But we're still in TWO. Again, no volume. No volume. None of these things. I go one that's 500 shares. There's 1,000. But at this price level, should be seeing some pretty high volume big players. So it wasn't no big players really watching this. This was small money. And that's something I need to pay attention to. Didn't really catch it until I'm sitting here looking at it. So that's the good thing about going back watching these videos. I can kind of go back and kind of look at them and say, okay, that's why it didn't work. There's no volume in there. Like, look at this one, PRVB. Look at 1,500, 1,600, 15, 2,000. You got people watching this. And you get some of these little small players, some retailers just trying to make a couple of bucks, 7,500. But yeah, it just, in that TTWO, there was no big money. Going through the Previous 5-day scanner, just seeing what's on there. And that's the short that I took. Let's go back on that one real quick. Yeah, so it was getting in as it pulled back up to 9 moving average. And now I say if this one can leave a decent candle, I'll get in it. The one thing though is got that junk pre-market. We've already dropped the line. Oh, I didn't drop it, but I just had it across there. If you look at that point there and that point there, so that's going to act as a little pre-market resistance. But we go ahead, get in, and we give this one quite a bit of room. Put the stop back on the top side of the 9 moving average. So giving it extra wiggle room, which in this market, you definitely have to give it extra wiggle room. I'm not sure if I actually caught that this little tail could cause a problem from over here. It wasn't just this little tail. It had support right there that brought this back up. So look exactly where it's fighting at. Not sure if I had caught that actual real time, but it's making its move, trying to come down. Let's see what time. I got my vacuum cleaner set to start every day. Seems like I want to start every time I start doing my video. But just watching it, trying to see. We move the stop up, basically break even, and it pushes back up. But watch, tags us like up, and then it just kind of meanders along, doesn't really do anything. So I come back over, looking at PRVB. I'm looking right here at the 5 minute, at this nice little pullback. But this was not a clean, not really a clean pullback. It's a little cleaner on the 10 minute. And that 10 minute would have had another 4 minutes to finish. So this is not really a clean. You got these top and tails. The green one more so because all of the volume is sitting on it. And actually, I don't know why I'm looking that way, because this is looking to go short. So yeah, I can see it now. With these top and tails, I'm like, why would I be trying to go long with them top and tails right there? So yeah, I can see it now. Got a top and tail over here on the 10. The on the 1 minute, it's coming back up, testing the VWAP. We actually are going to get in this trade in 7 minutes. So go ahead, I'm going to speed this up. Let's speed it up. Like I say, we won't take another one for another 3 minutes. I take those brackets out and just readjust it is all I did. I went right back in it, just reformulating the numbers. Let's go ahead. Previous 5-day scanner. That thing gives some good opportunities. I just need to get over and look at them sooner. When you look at charts that's coming off of that previous 5-day scanner, it's like, man, it's giving good opportunities. So PRVB has triggered us in. Send the money, going in the direction we want it to go into. And this was one that I kind of just locked profit in to make a little bit of money. I was wanting it. You see, I got a line on the chart. So this is first area of concern. I'm using this candle right there. See that little tail? Do that again. See that tail right there? That's where this line came from. And look at what it's doing. So I put my stop just on the other side of the previous candle, because that way I'm 2-minute bar by barring. It basically has now, because it just started, a new candle. But that area held strong. And that's why it's important to mark that chart. So see, this one came up. I think I actually moved my stop down a little bit just to go ahead and lock a little bit more money in, because I'm like, nah. And the other thing was the market was sitting right at the 50 moving average. See right here? That's why I came over to the SPY. Look at what the market is doing. The market is struggling to get through an area. And I was like, I don't want to try to fight. And I figured out why the moving average is different. 50 moving average is different from here to here, is because this chart does not have the extended hours turned on. So I turned the extended hours on. That's why you can see 920 on the chart now. And now all of the moving averages are correct. But it just was fighting. And look at, let me go back. Look at what it's doing. Just fighting to get through that area. And I don't want to be trying to trade and battle the market. Look at what PRVB is doing. It just, I'd rather get out of the trade and then wait for another opportunity. So I was looking at TTWO. It gave some good short opportunities, but because I didn't like the spread and I didn't like the price action, not paying attention that it was volume more than price action. Look at the amount of 1 share, 3 shares, 10 shares, 2 shares. Nah. So I didn't like the price action, and that's why I didn't really want to mess with this one coming down. I think Evan took a trade on this one, break even. But yeah, that's why I didn't really, even though it looks good. It looks good on the 5. There's just no volume. Nobody's paying attention to this thing. So I'm just right now not really interested in taking no more trades. Just kind of watching the market, getting a little screen time in, getting a little education, as they call it. This is another one of those on the previous high-day scanner. With the market sitting where it was sitting, I really was not interested in taking no trades. Scrolling through again, looking at previous high-day scanner. I do take one more trade at 10:35 right here on Rio. Taking this one, this nice green candle. Sellers come right back and engulf it. And it's right here at this little key area. So I'm like, even at the 5 minute, I'm like, let me see how many shares. Do 100 shares? No, we take a full lot. We take a full position on this one. Get triggered in. Let's kind of scroll it through, see what it does. And it makes a halfway decent move, but nothing really going on with it. And I just end up getting out. I end up just getting out of it. And at that point, I was like, yeah, I'm done. And that was it. That was the morning. So that's why I say it was one of those just happy to be green days, I guess you can say, based on how it was playing out. It just, the previous high day scanner was given some good opportunities if I was catching them. And that was the thing. I just was not catching them quick enough. So I'm going to try to tomorrow in the first 5 minutes. Just kind of be scrolling through those a little bit quicker to see if they're going to give any opportunities. But as always, thanks for checking me out. If you have not already hit that like button, please do so. As always, let's continue the conversation in the comments. Let me know how you fared today in the market. If you traded red, green, and anything in between, as they say. We'll be looking to get back in the market tomorrow. Fridays usually are somewhat interesting, so we'll be looking for opportunities as always. I did take one option play in my Webull account today. Started off hot, and then it pulled back, and I was like, man, I should have sold this thing and took my profits and just waited on another opportunity. Fortunately, it didn't stop me out. It went back. It got back up to about $20. I went on and I locked in $10, which was actually 18%, because the contract I bought was a little less than $100. So made good money on it in relation to the percent gain. But like I said, that's the perfect way to build a small account. Just taking those little small base hits, and before you know it, that account can grow. And on that note, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this one up, and we will be back at it again tomorrow. Peace.